Okay, so this is the management console. Here we can see all the recent access resources, 58 IAM users. This is used to grant access and credentials to your to the team members in the project. Got 4 users. This is my user, which I don't use because I use the root user. So you got the other 3 users. We are my team members. Got policies and all this stuff. So back in the VPC, which is a private cloud, we've got the food for you VPC. It's available. This is the CP VP v4 range. Got subnets, private, firewall, and a public subnet, in which we've got logs attached to the VPC log group. Destination, this is the folder, and it aggregates every 10 minutes, as you can see. These are the routing tables: the internet gateway, the firewall routing table, the private routing table, and the public routing table, and how it is associated to a subnet. This is one internet gateway. You want to use it to access the internet. One elastic IP, which is the static IP address for one of the honeypots. Endpoint, this is the endpoint for the firewall. Got network ACLs, inbound rules, security groups, inbound rules, and outbound rules. This is the firewall. One stifle group. Got a couple of rules here and there. This is for the web user interface for one of the honeypots. These are the instances that are running. At the moment, we've got 2 of them running. These are the 2 honeypots that are running at the moment. This is the IP address, the public IP address that we leased from AWS. So this is the one that we use to access on the web browser. And this is the other honeypot. This is the public IP address. This one works on a DHCP, so it rotates and changes every time you reboot the instance. Okay, and these are all the instances that we've got. This is the private instance. This one is, that means it's checked. It's checked, it means it's working. There's no alarms. A couple of them has alarms. These are the availability zones. This side, public DNS. Security groups, etc., etc. Storage. Okay, now we can go on to CloudWatch. In CloudWatch, we've got the alarms. In alarms, we don't have any, and we've got 2 alarms that do not have enough data to get triggered. These ones are the ones that are still within the limit. It hasn't been triggered. But once it gets triggered, it changes. It goes back to alarm. So in this one, it has an auto response. This is a trigger level, this red one here, and once it triggers, you create an action. When in alarm, stop the instance with ID, etc. etc. When in alarm sends to topic credit limit, then I get a text message and an email like this one. That's the one. And this one is just an alarm with no responses. Here in the inside, we can run queries. We can send them to dashboard. Then we already have this. These are the log groups with the network interfaces for each instance. These are my favorite dashboard. So we've got here different graphs, log groups. We also have got different graphs, and let's see. Now we're going to test. So this is my IP address. This is Pentbox. Now we're going to try to access this one. That's the IP address. That's a public IP address. This is the private. So I already accessed the console, and when I try to access it, it shows me that someone is trying to access the website, and it says intrusion detected, and it gives me a couple of details of the user. If I access through my mobile phone, it shows that I'm using Safari as browser, and I'm using iPhone. And this is the other one. I access through SSH as well. Port number 64297, and this is and basically so that's the IP address for this one, and this port number is for the graphical user interface, and the access has been denied. So I don't have any permissions to access this honeypot due to my firewall rules, because it's blocking a couple of ports. And that is pretty much it. This is the network design. So I get notifications. So I can also show you the resource health. Okay, so that's it. Solutions, billing, and Cost Explorer. So I got a budget report. This is the budget. The forecast has exceeded, and cost allocation task to know where everything so I can, what is it? So here I can see the costs, and you can see also the breakdown of the costs. of the last 6 months, monthly, daily, whatever it is. This is network firewall, which is the more expensive one. The instances are cheaper, others tax. You get all the breakdown here. And you get like a cost anomaly detection. Here the reports and history of the anomalies.
And are we ready? I think we need to go over one more time.